All right, I have 3 minutes to go over the indicator dealing with Reconstruction plans. There were 3 plans for Reconstruction in the South. The first plan was Lincoln's plan. The second plan was President Johnson's plan. And the third plan was the Radical Republican or the Congressional plan for reconstructing the South. Now, none of these plans dealt with the economic reconstruction of the South. They're not actually building buildings or building roads or building railroads. The North did not want to waste their money on that. They were trying to rebuild the South socially with the way that African Americans and whites are going to have to interact with each other and by the government. Okay. Now, the first plan was Lincoln's plan. He wanted to be easy. He wanted the South just to be able to come back into the Union again and things move smoothly in the country, work on their economics again, and just being a country again. He said only 10% of a state would have to pledge loyalty to the federal government, and that states let back in again. It was really, really easy. Fortunately, Lincoln is going to get shot, and very quickly, very soon after the Civil War ends, and President Johnson is going to take over. He's pretty much going to keep with Lincoln's plan, except he wants the white elite Southerners to have to come and personally apologize to them because Johnson does not like the elite class. Other things he does not like is that he was not really that much into freedmen, and he did not want to do the Freedmen's Bureau or any of the amendments that gave blacks their freedoms. So the third plan is the Radical Republican plans. They wanted to completely change the South. They did not like the idea that Southerners are passing black codes, which are pretty much like slave codes. They hated that the South was doing that after the Civil War. They also didn't like the idea that the South was sending former Confederates back to Congress and the federal government. So they went out with a completely different plan. They sent the military down to the South. They sent actual troops down to the South to make sure the Southern elite were not taking advantage of the freedmen. They made sure the Southern elite followed the 13th Amendment, which ended slavery. There should be no slavery in America. The 14th Amendment that guaranteed that everyone that was born in America is a citizen. It negated the Dred Scott decision and said everyone was an American, was a citizen. And they also did the 15th Amendment, which said that African Americans had the right to vote. The Radical Republican plan was tough on the South to make sure that freedmen had their rights. The freedmen are going to have a lot of changes for this, lots of changes for African Americans we'll talk about. There's not going to be too much change for Southern whites. The elite whites, even though they've lost a lot of the money, they're still going to be elite, and the poor whites are still going to be poor. But both of them are going to fight against the African American freedoms. They don't like them. My time is up. So read what's over there and then do what's below, and you can learn more about it.